what you're telling me.
Okay, whatever. I'll tell you later.
You left the
Okay.
sentence. It's a hanging sentence.
Moshe. Yeah. Get to work. Your tape is not working.
Technical difficulty.
I don't know, it's not working.
David.
Okay, back to okay, back to Makeh and Patish. Okay, so he said like this. Now they just give some practical cases where what you're allowed to do, what you're not allowed to do. So what happens if you have a clasp that you want to connect to a chain? A clasp that you want to connect to a chain. So if it's for the first time, you're not allowed to do it on Shabbos because of Makeh and Patish. But if the clip was there, the clasp was there and it fell off and you want to put it back, then you could because it was already usable the way it was. The same thing, you can't attach a band to a watch. Because again, now it's more usable than it is, what?
So you're saying like when a woman puts on a piece of necklace?
No, we're not talking about closing it.
Right, you said the clasp going back on.
No, to put, not to close the clasp.
No, but if the clasp came off,
Then you could put it back on.
you can't put it back on.
Yeah, but not, you can't originally take a new chain and put on a clasp. Okay, now, we also discussed the argument in Halacha about changing the time on the clock or a watch. Are you allowed to change the time or not? So, many poskim hold you're allowed to, many poskim hold you're not allowed to. The custom is, in the frum circles, that you don't change the time, but it says if you need it for a mitzvah, you need to know what time davening is, or what time Krishma is, or what time like that. So then they could be lenient according to the opinions that hold that you're allowed to change the time on the clock. Winding a watch, we already discussed that if the watch is not working, then you can't wind it because then you're fixing it. Now you're making it usable. But there's another, and here is an interesting din in Shabbos between men and women. Generally speaking, men will not wear a watch that doesn't work. Women, though, women, if it's a jewelry piece, it's a very nice gold thing with diamonds, so then women would wear it even though it doesn't work. So therefore, it's an interesting din. A man's watch that doesn't work, it's muktzah for the man. He can't move it on Shabbos because he can't use it. It's useless for him. But if a woman's watch, not a cheap watch, but if it's a jewelry piece, so then it wouldn't be muktzah even though it doesn't work. Even though she wouldn't be allowed to wind it on Shabbos, but still it wouldn't be muktzah because she could still wear it. For her, it's considered a jewelry piece. What? What?
People that wear watches just for the sake of it.
Yeah, but usually, rarely will you see a man wear a watch that doesn't work.
Depends on the expense.
Okay, so again, you know what? If it's a very expensive, it's not Kabbalah. If it's a very expensive watch, and a man would wear it in the street, even if it's not working, yeah, then he'll be allowed to wear it.
How about something?
Well, now it's like how they do an expensive jewelry in the street. Yeah, exactly.
No, it's fake.
Men have different watches, and someday they wear this, and someday they wear that. Sometimes they don't wear a watch on Shabbat, they want to wear a watch.
No.
Can they do that? If somebody ordinarily doesn't wear a watch.
Many people have like in our circles, we don't wear watches on Shabbos. In our circles, we don't even wear watches on Yom Tov either, even though Yom Tov you're allowed to carry. That's in our circles. Because the Rebbe Rashab didn't want people, and Poskim also bring this down, stop carrying on Yom Tov, that's not necessary, you don't carry. Okay? So, generally speaking, if you don't, so our minig, we don't wear watches, not Shabbos, not Yom Tov. Halachically, the Mishnah Berurah, a lot of Poskim hold, you're allowed to wear a watch on Shabbos, because you wear a watch, it's a garment. Now, in the Gemara, and it's very interesting, if you look in Gemara, women are not allowed to wear jewelry on Shabbos.
Oh no?
No. In Gemara. In Gemara, women are not allowed to wear jewelry on Shabbos. Why? So Halacha says, because she'll meet her friend in the street and say, hey, look at my new watch that I got, look at my new ring that I got. They'll take it off, they'll show it to the friend, and one of them will forget and carry it in the street on Shabbos. So therefore the Gemara says, you're not allowed to wear, this is what the Gemara says, you're not allowed to wear jewelry on Shabbos. Later poskim, after the Gemara, not in the time of the Gemara, came that you are allowed to wear jewelry on Shabbos. That's the accepted minhag universally around the world, that women wear jewelry on Shabbos. And they write, one of the reasons is because if you don't, today you don't take it off so much, you just show it to them while it's still on your finger or on your hand. So therefore the din is today women can wear jewelry. So again, is a man wearing a watch is called a garment. It's called a garment. You wear a watch. If you wear it, nobody says I'm carrying my watch. But I'll give you an example. Let's say they still have, the pocket watches and a gold chain in your vest pocket. Nobody wears vests today. No. Right. So that would be different than wearing a watch, because that you're not wearing. A pocket watch you're actually carrying in your pocket.
Isn't it clipped onto your...
No, but that's the chain, but it's not clipped on, that it's part of the garment.
What about these mediocre bracelets that men are wearing? A lot of them.
Again, if men wear it on a regular basis and we're not afraid they're going to take it off, that's fine. I mean, again, but wearing watches or things like that wouldn't be an issue today. Again, in our circles we don't do it, but there's no problem with it.
But Rabbi, the iFit or the ones that measure your steps.
No, that you're not allowed to wear in Shabbos. Or there's other watches, they're not, I'm sure you have them today also, but they were popular at one time. It's a black face.
Yeah.
You can't see the time. You want to see the time, you have to press a button and the time lights up. That for sure you can't wear on Shabbos, because then you're going to come to press it. Even if you're wearing it for the jewelry piece, you're still not allowed to, because over there you're going to forget it's Shabbos and you're going to press the button to look at what time it is. So that's for sure forbidden. But, wearing, I'll give you another example. Many people, and this is a shaila in halacha, I'm not saying it's an argument. Many people would wear, years ago more so, they used to wear handkerchiefs in the pocket. So now, not to blow it.
Pocket square.
So now the question is, so if it's sewn onto the garment, it's not a question, it's part of the garment, like anything else that's sewn onto the garment. But if you have a handkerchief that's just in the pocket, so that's the question, are you wearing it or are you carrying it? So many opinions say you're actually carrying it. You're not wearing it because it's not part, it's in your pocket. In your pocket is called carrying.
I'm sorry, I came to this shoe. I wear it all the time on Shabbat because after...
No, but you go by the Eidav, it doesn't matter.
No, but he wears it. We're talking about the ankle.
If you go by the Eidav, these are all not issues. And it's, the fixing.
He wears it.
What?
Handkerchief and a tie.
Huh?
What's the difference between handkerchief and a tie?
A tie you wear around your neck, it's a garment.
They can't hang handkerchief.
No, but it's in your pocket. Can you wear a tie in your pocket? No. If somebody wears a handkerchief as a scarf,
Right.
then you're allowed to, because you're wearing it as a scarf. Or if you have a big handkerchief, or before Shabbos you tie a few of them together, and you wear them around the waist as a gartel, so then you would be allowed to.
So a tie that's not tied is carrying. If you have
A tie that's not tied is carrying, because that's not the normal way of wearing it. Just like I said, no, Baruch Hashem, it's almost all of a shalom. But if there's no Eidav, or you're not, you don't carry in the Eidav, you wear the masks on Shabbos. Again, all of a shalom, because basically, hopefully it's over. But you wear the masks on Shabbos. If you don't wear it correctly, that's carrying on Shabbos. Huh? No, because people wear a tie that's loose. The people do wear that. Huh? But that's not called. The only reason why you're allowed to wear a mask is because you're wearing it for protection. That's the nose and the mouth. But if you're wearing it here, what type of protection is
But
it?
I'm saying just for the mouth.
You're
not for
not
the
carrying.
nose.
You
You can't breathe.
No. You wear a mask. Nobody says, are you carrying a mask? A mask. Are you carrying a mask? You wear a mask. But if you don't wear it properly,
Right?
a mask would be a problem of carrying.
Robert, what about the mouth? You're covering your mouth.
I said, but if you pull it all the way down, then for sure it's normal. Okay.
So same thing with glasses. If it's above your head, it's carrying. Right?
Yeah. If somebody wears or like Remember this? Remember this?
Yeah, of course.
How about your jacket? You normally wear your jacket, but if you put it over your shoulder, you said it's okay.
Yeah, because that people wear the jacket that way.
Who wears a jacket that way, over the shoulder?
What are you talking about? In New York, when it's hot, everybody wears jackets over the shoulders
Oh,
during
over
the summer.
shoulders, I mean, you used to go.
No, I'm not talking like.
Both sides.
No, both wearing it over your shoulders. But that's wearing again, it's not carrying. Anyway, okay, now, what happens if lenses fall out of glasses on Shabbos? So, again, if it's easy, they're talking about a plastic frame. Because metal frames, you have a screw to loosen it to put the frame. That for sure you can't fix on Shabbos. Because that's Makeh b'patish, you're repairing the glasses. What happens if you have a plastic frame and the glass pops out and you want to pop it back in? So if Halacha says like this, if it's a frame that it goes in and out easily,
Snapping.
yeah, snaps in, snaps out easily, then you're allowed to do it on Shabbos if it fell out. But otherwise, if it's difficult to put in, then you can't, because again, you're fixing it. The other way, it's like it's made, to come in and out, so it's not a problem.
Bending it here, bending it.
No, 1 second. So now, what happens if somebody's glass is bent out of shape? So you're allowed to bend them back. So again, it says if it's easy to do it, there's a little bend, it's not a big, hard job to do, then it's not called repairing. Because that's the normal way that it bends out of shape and you bend it back. But if, to fix a screw, or for that matter, what happens if your temple falls out of your glasses and you want to put in a safety pin to fix it? You don't have a screw, right? You want to put a safety pin, or you want to put a piece of toothpick, whatever, just to close it up. So carrying wouldn't be an issue because it's part of the glasses. But fixing would be an issue. You're fixing the glasses.
It's a shingler, no?
Not what sheeny for what?
Because you don't usually
What
use,
if you cannot
usually
dive
use a
with that?
screw for that. You don't use a.
She was saying Shinu.
How about why you cannot dive without
He
this?
said putting
You
a
have to do
screw with
something.
his nose.
Okay, somebody asked me today. Officially, sunglasses on Shabbos, if there's no Erev, you're not allowed to wear sunglasses on Shabbos. Why? Because sunglasses people put on and off. It's a fact. Your sunglasses, you walk into a room, you take them off. You put them, you walk outside. So again, there's a shash, a fear that you might end up carrying it on Shabbos.